Excuse me. That's not ecstasy. That's cold water. You know, I mean, what are you going to do? I used to put on a tasteful bathing suit and go out into the water to open the show, and that just didn't work out. So, hi there, I'm Dorothy Wilhelm. The show is Generation Gap on Swimming Upstream radio show, where the whole idea is that you get to meet people you wouldn't meet anywhere else, and certainly not on the 6 o'clock news. And today, in Generation Gap, we have something really unusual. Well, I don't mean it quite that way, but my friend Ray Miller Still is here, and he is responsible for the topic today. Do you want to try to briefly explain the topic, Ray? Don't talk much.
Yeah, well, I need to get over the fact you started off with that wasn't ecstasy, that was cold water. I'm still not over that yet. I thought
I'm almost 92. I got to get one again.
I thought we would talk about video games, which is a topic that Dorothy knows nothing about.
That's
a very rare thing. I feel like after 6 years of doing this, Dorothy knows a lot about it, a little bit about everything.
A lot of things.
And now we have touched upon a topic that she has zero experience with.
Now, we always say to begin with what generation you belong to. So
I am a millennial, which means that we don't follow the rules, and it also means that we grew up with, as far as I'm concerned, some of the best gaming systems we're ever going to have. You can't beat Star Fox 64, the original Mario Kart, and Super Smash Brothers. You just can't.
Well, I can hardly wait to hear about it. Now, a recent addition to our cast is our dear friend, and how would you like to be described, Jason Pauls?
Furry
friend, our furry friend. And what generation do you belong to?
I am Gen X, and my generation, at least my age and my generation, we grew up with the first video games. So we had the Commodore 64s, we had the Ataris, the Intellivisions, we had the pixel by pixel Pong and Pac-Man and all that good stuff. And I started my video game journey in life in an actual arcade playing stand-up video games. So I have plenty of experience with the games.
Good. We can hardly wait for it. And I am, of course, the silent generation, which means we never made waves and were adorable at all times. And of course, we had the game I remember is Monopoly. But we only had board games. We didn't have anything else. And I guess they could be BORED. So let us get started. And Ray, since you thought of this whole thing, set up the morning for us.
Well, given you have no experience with video games, I just want to ask you what you think video games are and what they do, and just like what are video games in your head?
There are no video games in my head, and I think here you want to humiliate this poor little old lady, but okay.
Nice glasses, by the way. Nice glasses.
Oh, thank you. He likes my glasses. How do you like that? That's good. Anyway, I don't know, because the closest, we just didn't have that kind of games. The closest we came was, what was the little hand computer type thing that we had before we had the phones and things now?
A calculator?
It wasn't a calculator. Yes, it was, but that wasn't what they called it. It was
Etch-a-Sketch.
No. Yes, we did have Etch-a-Sketch. Yes, we did.
They still sell Etch-a-Sketches, but then they have the packaging say that there's no Wi-Fi connected, which I think is hilarious.
I didn't know. No, my kids loved Etch-a-Sketch. No, this was. It was a business thing, but it had some rudimentary games. It's funny, I can't remember it
like
now.
A BlackBerry or
a BlackBerry. That's
okay.
I want to keep him. He's kind of fairly smart. He's kind of.
I haven't heard BlackBerry in forever.
My husband had a BlackBerry, and he's been gone since 1981. So yes, you haven't heard it forever.
Yeah. No, my grandma as well also had a BlackBerry that old. It was,
But it
yeah.
was, but it was the beginning, and at the time it seemed quite marvelous. It was really something. But now, and I really am out of place and out of step here. So tell us a little something.
So let me rephrase my question. When I say video game, what do you picture in your head?
Virtually nothing. What would
Oh,
you
so
like?
we're operating on zero context here. I assume that there would be some presupposition or some assumptions in your head.
Well, I've seen kids, and I've seen my kids and other kids play something, but it isn't interesting to me, and I've never done it, so I just don't know. If somebody wanted to show me how to do something, I might.
I think I might be able to crack in here and ask a question that'll get to what I think Ray's trying to ask. Because my grandmother, I remember when I first started playing video games, not to infer that you're my grandmother, but my grandmother would say, you shouldn't play those games or be that close to the screen. It's going to rot your brain.
Yeah.
So I think that's what Ray was getting after was, do you have that?
I don't have that feeling. It's just something, it simply isn't. And probably my kids probably do. I know they do use it. My grandkids definitely do. But it isn't that I thought it was going to rot my brain. It just didn't interest me.
Okay.
So
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So now you have to tell me in such a way that I will be eager to do something with it.
Well, I mean, one of the things that I really like playing video games for is the storytelling.
Really?
Yes, I do like shooting things and making the damage number go higher and higher and higher, and I get that sort of high octane feel. But there's a reason why I dragged these out.
It's yes, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
But my wife and I started playing a game called Baldur's Gate 3, and we're completely lost in it. It's wonderful. We've been staying up to 1:30, 2:30, 3:30 in the morning playing this game every night. I mean, obviously summer's got to come to an end eventually. We won't be able to do that every night, but we're very happy with this game that is very heavily based in storytelling. So, and Jason's right. I was hoping that you would have a negative a negative connotation with video games, because then I could come in here and say, hey, it's all about story, and you'd be like, oh really, tell me more. But that's clearly not happening, so that's okay. We're just going to go straight into my point,
because I got 6 kids. You got to remember, I know what they're doing all that. It's just that it doesn't, to me, and I may be quite wrong about this, but to me it doesn't touch me in any way. It's literally a different generation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine. I think I'm fine if they're playing. And now remember, they're senior citizens now.
Right.
So really, it'd be my great grands, really.
I would hope they're still playing video games, though.
Yeah.
I would hope they still are.
Well, some of them are.
Good.
Some are for a fact. And I'm interested in knowing about them, but because for us, it was a board game, or it was hopscotch. We did play hopscotch and things like that. Okay. You ran around a lot, and hopefully someone would find you, depending who it was.
So you, okay. So yeah, I mean,
disappointed
like
you.
This a little, yes. I should have checked in. I should have checked in first. That would have been smart for me to do. But does it surprise you then that there are video games out there that is more about storytelling and less about just action and tons of pixels and explosions?
It would be surprising to me, but my grandson in Minnesota, he's 22 and he's a big Dungeons and Dragons person. So we've talked about the storytelling aspect.
Now, Dungeons and Dragons isn't a video game.
Yes, dear, I do know
okay.
that.
Just making sure here. I mean, that is literally what my name down here is in reference to here.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
good.
because Baldur's Gate 3 is actually it's actually based in Dungeons and Dragons. It's just a video game of it. So you have the same battle mechanics. You have to roll a dice, hopefully hit something, got some bad guys to defeat. But the vast majority of the game, as far as I'm concerned, the most important part of the game is the relationships that you develop between the other characters and the story arcs of the characters. So it's a lot more than just getting out there and fighting baddies. It's more about, hey, what decisions do I make that craft this world around me in ways that I can't necessarily control. My wife is super into this game. My wife is super into storytelling. And this is the first time where she feels like she's not in control of a video game. You think video game, you're thinking, I can control everything around me to the extent of my skill. Yeah. And this is a game that says, oh, you picked this option. Now this is going to happen, and you did not expect any of it. Mm-hmm. She feels like she's completely out of control, that she's immersed into a universe where she is not the main character, which is a completely different experience than I've also never had. I am also sitting here like, oh, I cannot control what happens around me. I just get to deal with it, which is a brand new sensation for me playing a video game. I don't think a lot of video games give you that sort of feeling of uncertainty, which might not sound appealing, but it really is.
No, it doesn't, and it just sounds so. No offense, guys, it just sounds so silly. I mean, haven't I got better things to do with my life than this? So, however, my grandson, who I was telling you about just a minute ago, he really likes it, and he's kind of a shy fellow, and so he feels like it's helping him build a community. He says, which I thought was very interesting.
Sure. There's some other interesting practical applications too. Like I play a game on my phone when I have time. I'm not addicted to it or anything, but I'll pick it up if I'm in a doctor's, waiting room waiting on the doctor. It's called Township. And the principle of the game is you have a town, and the first thing you start out with is farmland, and you grow crops. And if you grow crops, then you can feed your animals, and if you feed your animals, then you can, sell them to the market. And so you basically grow a town. It's like in the 1980s, we played Sim City. It's very similar to that, in that you're building your own town. And what it does, though, is it teaches you, because everything is interwoven in the mechanics of the game, it teaches you supply chain economics. It teaches you that, hey, if you have to load this, warehouse or shipment plane up with, bacon and eggs, then you got to make sure you have enough chickens grown and pigs grown, and you got to make sure that enough bacon is made and enough eggs are made and hatched, and you have to do it in time because the plane takes off in 10 hours. So you got to do this in a hurry. So it really teaches you like organizational skills and management skills. It's a really interesting practical application using a video game.
I am admittedly addicted to a phone game.
Which one?
You're probably Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nope. I'm heavily addicted to that. 100% admit it. I play it every day. It's really good for my eye-hand coordination.
Yeah.
Sure,
something I have to do is be able to interact with the screen in a way to where if I want to maximize my benefits, I have to be extremely exact in my movements. So I do rationalize it by saying I'm using and perfecting my eye-hand coordination skills with this particular game. But I also grew up with the Pokemon franchise, and catching Pokemon in real life was always going to be something I got addicted to 100%. My parents bought me the original Pokemon games. This is going to mean stuff to Jason, not necessarily you, but they bought me my first video game when I was 10, and I had to memorize all the books of the Bible to do it. Matthew,
wow.
Mark, Luke, and John, Acts, and the letters to the Romans. Can still do it, both Old and New Testament.
That's just the New Testament.
Exodus, Leviticus.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers,
Numbers, Deuteronomy. Yeah, there we go. I'm a little rusty on that one, but yeah, that's how I first got into video games. Otherwise, I had to go over to my friend's house and play on his system, and he was kind of a jerk and always wanted to make sure that's messed up.
But I think this is the first time in generation gap I can recall that we really have a gap, because I just couldn't care less. I mean, I do know the kids I wouldn't say they were heavily invested in them. The younger they are, the more, take this the right way, kid, but my 14-year-old is spends a lot of time with various games. And I guess it's just that we come from a different time. And it for us now, I don't know, there may very well, I do think that there are card games like bridge and things like that people my age enjoy playing, but we don't buy into the outer space thing very much.
But it doesn't have to be the outer space thing. Okay, Jason, new challenge. We're going to get Dorothy to play a video game of some sort.
Okay.
And when we meet back next month, you're going to give us a report on how it worked for you. Because I have some guesses about the experience you may have. But okay, we need to find you a video game. And we need to find you a video game that you think at the very least you're going to enjoy. So Jason, would we count, would we consider online bridge or an online version of a card or board game a video game?
I think that would be a good place to start. You also can think about the simple games that she could do on the computer or on the phone. You could also do like Sudoku. You could do Wordle. You could do crossword puzzles. There's all sorts of electronic versions of those as a baby step into the category.
Have you ever done it?
Simpler the better, because I don't play any bridge or anything. I don't play bridge. Again, I got better things to do. So
you've never done Sudoku like on a computer or a crosswords
or on the computer, but I can do it. I can do it. I'm not,
Okay. Okay. I mean, do you like puzzles? Puzzle games are huge.
No.
You don't like puzzles, okay? I mean, not even like the little slot them together puzzles, but like you don't like. I mean, my dad really enjoyed Pandora's Box as a computer game, and it was you were trying to get the various Pandora's Box spirits back into that, and it just involved tons of different sorts of puzzles, like puzzles from all around the world, different cultures, very different ones. Like you had to put it
all around the world. I don't need puzzles from there.
Okay. Oh, this is going to be more difficult than I thought.
But I think the thing is, and what I find myself thinking is, I don't play games. I do things. I have, I've written 5 books. I've got these shows. I've got a number of things I do. I don't need to do this. So let's see. But I am willing to try as an experiment. I think I will end up lying on the floor crying, but it will be.
What about, okay, do you like bowling? Do you like to bowl?
I understood the meeting. I am okay with bowling.
But it's not necessarily the actual bowling aspect. Actually, one of the senior living facilities here in Enumclaw, when I went and visited them, there was an old woman who used to write poetry. Her name was Goldie, and she fell in love with me after I wrote an article about her going skydiving at 96.
Yeah.
I have a whole drawer, file drawer of poems that she wrote, and they're terrible and they're lovely. I miss Goldie a lot. But one of the most popular things this living facility put on was bowling leagues. But they can't build obviously a bowling alley in the facility, so they got a game that would simulate the bowling. Wii bowling. You know Wii bowling, Jason.
Yep.
I've
Wii bowled before.
Yep, absolutely. So it's less about the actual gameplay, and it's more about the community that you form around it. That being able to get an entire group of seniors to whatever experience level they have with bowling or with video games together to do these sorts of community building activities.
Yeah.
So maybe it's going to be less about the actual game for you and more about, hey, can we convince where you live to put on a bowling tournament?
Oh yeah, I'm sure we could. One thing I didn't realize is you don't know me at all.
I'm unsure what you mean by that.
Yeah, just take it play it as it lays. But anyway, we're almost out of time, and this has been the one time I think we have ever come right up against a wall. This is actually good.
We really have. Yeah, we really have come up against the wall here.
We have no idea what's going on. But see, for me, playing games and things like that, you know, I haven't got time. I haven't got time.
Well, that's why I stay up till 2 to 3:30 in the morning playing my video games.
Also, just for your information, I don't consider myself a senior.
No, you don't. But you also hate the phrase, how many years? I'm 97 years young. You also hate that.
Oh, I hate that. Oh,
You hate that too. So I'm not too certain where you land in between these two things. But
well, that's fair. I'll think about it and let you know. So, well, this is lovely. We have just really messed ourselves up. And so next month, when I will expect you gentlemen to be ready to straighten it all out.
I'm not sure if there's anything to straighten out here. This is wrecked rebar.
Well, but can you bring anybody? Can anybody bring anyone else in? I would like to talk to someone else because clearly.
I'll think about it.
We're fired, Ray.
I think I do want to touch one thing before we go here. You did ask about a video game in the email to me when I was pitching this to you. Do you know what that one's called? It could very well be Baldur's Gate 3, which is the best video game of the decade, as far as I'm concerned.
I am not sure what it is. I just see everybody playing it.
Okay,
but I can probably find out. Because,
can you give me a description?
No.
Why not? I think that would be fun trying to describe this game.
No, see, we literally live in 3 different worlds.
Oh, damn, dude. All right. Well, if you can come up with a description, I do want to know what it is. It's going to be Baldur's Gate 3. It's going to be the Last Standing 2. It's going to be.
It's going to be Dungeons and Dragons. I suppose that you said it was Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, yeah, I bet you it's Baldur's Gate 3. That's where it is. I mean, it's been out for 2 years, and it's still an amazing video game.
I just can't see why I'd care.
Well,
I love it.
Boy, I'm not sure if I can come up with words of wisdom on this one.
Yeah, we'll try. Actually, no, this is very good. This is really interesting because I do think it shows how differently generations. This is not really that unusual. I think that, you know, we look at things way differently.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we're so fond of you, it doesn't matter. And then every once in a while it does.
Yeah. Well, you know, I guess my wise words are: there's something out there for everyone if you just care enough to look for it. There's a community out there that wants you and will accept you, whether it's going to be video games or anything else. And if you want something like that in your life, you just got to go looking for it. Don't just sit on your couch and be lonely. Go look for it. Go look for that community.
There you go.
Okay, what do you think, Jason?
I would echo that. I mean, I think if you're interested at all in video games, if you're not a video game person and you're interested in them, just think of like something that you want to do to improve yourself, whether it's hand-eye coordination, whether it's, you know, with all the Wii things, it can be a physical fitness thing. I mean, I played Wii golf a lot with my son, and it actually got me up and moving around at a period of my life when I wasn't really exercising much. Or it might be you want to work on your mental sharpness. So you're going to play some games that require a little bit of strategic thinking, even if it's just Sudoku or something like that. Find something that you like. There's a video game version of everything out there. So just go to the App Store on your phone or go online and search for whatever type game it is and give it a shot. You'll find something that you find beneficial in some way, even if it's just to entertain you.
Yep.
And with those words of encouragement, I'm going to say, being part of the silent generation, and we followed the rules and all that. So I'm going to try. If this is what we're doing, I'm going to do it. So we'll get together a month from now with Ray's horns, and I wish they played Melancholy Baby or something. That would be better. And that's all.
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah. See. Anyway, this has been Swimming Upstream Radio Show. It's been a product of the SOB Radio Network, SOB stands for Spunky Old Broads. And aren't we just? And so anyway, we'll be all the hosts are women over 50. And anyhow, by next month, somehow miraculously, we will have contrived a way to actually speak to each other in the same language rather than different languages that it's been today. Thank you so much. See you next time. This is Dorothy.